I'm really proud to be a part of the Prairie Stories show being put on by the Woodlands Gallery starting on May the 30th, along with 3 very talented artists whose work I admire. The Prairie Stories theme has special meaning to me because it's about the in-between. I've driven countless times back and forth between Calgary and Winnipeg to visit family and friends and gained a whole appreciation for the interesting landscape that you find along the way. I took part in an art show some years ago in Antigonish. More than one person came up to me at that show and said, you know, the thing I like about your work is it makes me happy. And I thought, you know, that's about as nice a compliment as I can ever get.
Portage la Prairie, Manitoba. Originally grew up partly in Winnipeg, raised on the prairies, lived in Saskatchewan, did a lot of my training in Saskatchewan, raised in Alberta, and traveled the world, kept coming back to the prairie landscape. It's all the exploration of the shimmering light and trying to capture it. There's a neighbor's aspect to it, which is sort of lends itself to social distancing on this landscape, no question about it. I paint open-ended, and it's your interpretation, and it's your stories that I hope these paintings draw out, and that's my wish, and I hope that the Prairie Stories is a good one. I love Woodlands Gallery. I love Winnipeg. It's my hometown, and all the best to you guys.
I was born and raised in a small town in Saskatchewan. As a kid, my parents would take me out to the family farm, and I would explore the outbuildings, and I would go through the fields, and we would race down back roads. I love how nature slowly is taking it back, and we have this little moment in time where we can really document it and appreciate its beauty. I really find a lot of pleasure in the textures in these buildings, like the wallpaper peeling down or the floor molding away. And we walk through it together as a family sometimes and find little treasures that were left behind and try to think of who lived there. That to me is beautiful and definitely worth taking a moment and enjoying and later painting.
As a Manitoba artist, I am often commuting, so I will come across odd settings and objects of a certain vintage, and I get really excited to pursue a visual fantasy around those things. I can say that discovering found objects in abandoned places sparks just that in the paintings I'm exploring. I love the imperfections, the layers of patina, the lichen, the crushing debris found naturally around the area. And sometimes those sites find a way to align with the current times, or they can lead the imagination into the unknown. Thanks so much for checking out the show.